Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jim the Fuzzy, and welcome back to Stellaris. When we left off, we had a nasty little fleet. Well, we don't have much of a fleet, and we have this empire right on our borders who think they are the rightful rulers of the galaxy, will attempt to expand their empire by any means possible. They really don't like us with that minus 78 disposition, and they happen to have a fleet with a combat power of 2012. So they have about 10 times the military strength we do, which is a very, very bad situation for us to be in, as we only have 232. However, we do have, in our favor, good mineral income, decent amount in the bank, Corvette assembly yards at 2 of our spaceports, which let us build them 25% faster and 10% cheaper. And our ruler came in with the fleet expansion agenda. So he's giving us ships for 10% less, with 10% less upkeep, also nice, and 20% faster. What that means is we are building up our ships about 50% faster, and they cost us 20% less. So, with that, I think it's time to queue up a large number of ships. Another, I don't know, 15 at each of our 2 best spaceports. That sounds like a good plan to me. And there's 15. 1 started and 14 more in the queue. That'll get us up to 36 out of 54. And I think over here, we also need to build a solar panel network. And we're pretty much out of minerals for the moment. And we are going to be low on energy soon. Which means we need to definitely find where we have some energy. And this is not yet a full colony, so I don't think working on the energy would be useful there. However, clearing this out would be useful, since we can do that without cost. And while we're at it, also clear out active volcano. And, yes, let's get this. No, we can't afford a hydroponics farm, so instead, how about, since this is already at a planetary administration, which we need to get up to 10 population in order to upgrade, we should just build right here a nice big power plant. And move this lovely gentleman over to work it. That will definitely help. Working on clearing out those nasty bits of wildlife. Level 1 power plant that is being upgraded, okay. And this requires a planetary capital, which we cannot afford and we do not have the population for. So let us instead No, the population here is not
Special
growing.
project complete.
Void unclouded. The void clouds are, as far as Stellarian researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared. The tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together. Another product of the primordial beginnings. It is not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields align in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating, light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. This... well, we can either do more military damage to them, but that doesn't seem much like us. Let us see if we can trace them.
Situation log updated.
And again, well, our fleet is starting to grow up, which is good. One thing we will need... pause for a sec. We are going to need, as soon as it's available, a chance to get point defense. If you look over at the fleet here, their lovely first Starfleet, they have ships. If I can figure out how to click on it. They have lots of ships focused on torpedoes. As I mentioned, the torpedoes are very, very powerful, and they ignore shields, but they move very slowly. If we get enough point defense on them, we can completely shut them down. They seem to have started upgrading sensors, and they have decent thrusters. Okay, they don't have better combat computers. And now we have plasma throwers, which are good at getting around shields. More shield penetration. Armored torpedoes. Again, they're focused heavily on torpedoes. It's pretty obvious. They don't have anything in the way of shields, and they have almost nothing in the way of armor. Which means if we can get point defense to stop the torpedoes from hitting us, we will be able to utterly destroy them. Black hole has been surveyed. Most excellent. And there's a barren world here. And this system has a void cloud in it. And nothing here that we could colonize. Interesting. I don't know what my science ship is doing now. Well, one of them's running around and doing things. Getting enough engineering projects to... I think that's where point defense is, under engineering. I hope it's under engineering. Thankfully, we do have a lot of technology there. Oh, do we?
Construction complete.
It is just out of our range. And that spaceport is done with its queue, which is good. In addition to giving us
complete.
In addition to giving us energy credits, it also removes the upkeep cost.
Anomaly found. Construction complete.
Anomaly found. This asteroid recently suffered an impact from another body within the asteroid belt, which has resulted in a slightly changed orbit and a massive crater on the surface. 0% failure risk. Take a look at it. Let us... We need the power plant. It's a better hydroponics farm. Don't need that this very second. But we will eventually. Tiblik. Still growing. I could hurry up a little bit if you ask me. Oh, no food. In that case, I am going to have to move this guy over to here. And while I'll miss out on the energy, we can clear that out. You have 14, so you only get the plus 10. That's fine. So I doubt we need to clear either of these mountain ranges at the moment. Planetary administration, which we can afford to upgrade to a planetary capital, which will increase the bonuses we get from adjacent tiles and generate extra food and mineral. And no, it would not reduce the ethics divergence. Oh well. I guess we can live without that. This planet is very much... It's getting very, very successful. But I think we could do with... Oh, none of minerals. We can do with a mining network here. It will help. It will give us the
Construction
adjacency
complete.
bonus as well. So this will give us +2 in terms of adjacency, which says a level 1 mining network will be worth 4 minerals on that tile. And 4 minerals is... 4 minerals for 1 energy is a really good trade. That's about as good as you can get from... Oh, asteroid collision. Upon closer examination, we've discovered that a smaller asteroid consisting almost entirely of precious metals recently collided with JQQ-1-619. This small but dense cache of metals was hidden just beneath the asteroid surface, but now that it has been discovered, it should be accessible to mining. A very lucky find. Ooh. Hold on. The alert hatchling. You are way out in the middle of nowhere. Do I have any other reason to be interested in the system? Not yet. Three energy is pretty valuable though. Ocean World and
Special
Tomb World.
project complete.
Zilker's swarm secured. The Zilker are swarming insect analogs, unusual both for their large size and the fact that they are lithivores, feeding off rocks and minerals in the ground. One of the shells belonging to the TVS Unforgiving hatchling sustained serious damage when it inadvertently passed through a large swarm and several Zilkers began to feed on its hull. The construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures has already begun at the Museum of Exobiology on Vol'Tol. Most excellent.
Construction complete.
Tiblik Prime has finished its construction queue. Good. Good. And not able to upgrade yet, annoyingly. We have the money to queue up a mining network here, which we will do.
Construction complete.
This Prime is Again, we can upgrade this to an actual farm. Currently it has an upkeep of what? Produces 1 for 0 upkeep. Oh. I think...
System survey complete.
Okay,
Research
nothing valuable
complete.
there. We can deal with dangerous wildlife now. I think looking at this... We can upgrade this. If we had the... No, we can't. Not yet. I think for the fact of the adjacency bonuses, suppressing 1 unit of minerals would be worthwhile. So let's get working on that. We don't have any more Betharian stone, so oh well. But we can get normal power plants. Yes. Suppress that 1, that's fine. Vol'Tol. We should get more research going. Preferably soon. Basic science lab, check. More science everywhere. Can't upgrade you because we haven't researched that upgrade. We can build a basic science lab here for more. Cannot upgrade that. Get rid of that. But I think if we're going to war, we will need armies. If we are going to need armies, we are going to need military academies. That improves the army build speed and improves the damage of any army trained here. That actually seems rather... I don't know what the word is. Ominous, maybe? Let's go with ominous. I think, though, clear the dangerous wildlife out, and this is Vol'Tol. It is right out there, right where we need things, and it is most definitely going to be a place we're going to be recruiting armies from, at least for the near future. So, a military academy is definitely going to be worth the cost. Meanwhile...
Research complete. Evading hostile fleet.
Oh, hello. Space amoebas. And we have our alert hatchling over here, and we have a size 25 desert world. Also, I forgot to queue up more society research, and we've been storing quite a bit of it. Reveals resource alien pets. Strategic research. These docile, non-sentient creatures can easily be domesticated, and their friendly demeanor and appealing looks makes them popular as pets and companions. Xenophiles value them highly and proudly present them in their zoos. Well, that would definitely be somewhat worthwhile. Better hydroponics farms would also be worthwhile. More naval capacity would be worthwhile, and we get through it extremely quickly. Biolabs for better research. Also, this different icon with the sort of arrows means that this is a repeatable tech, which means we'll just be able to get it again and again and again and again. The downside is that these techs are usually less effective than fixed techs, but they ensure we will never run out of things to research. And they will always give us some sort of benefit. Every category does have these, and this is the first time we've seen one. I think the Biolab 2 will be a good fit, but I want to see what's under physics. Well, we could get plasma throwers, we can get disruptors, both of which are good. Gravitic sensors are new components, which improve our chance to hit, which is nice. And I think they're longer range sensors, plus giving us better survey speed. Not a bad idea. But our physics research is lagging behind, and I think getting the improved physics lab would be our best bet. Oh. Never mind. We have point defense available. How soon do I want to go for that before I go for a physics lab, though? I think the physics lab will keep coming up. And this is critical for us. We need point defense, and we need it now. And I think Biolab 2, again, higher cost maintenance. We can't afford the energy cost right now for that. So, yes, let's get the... Let's go for the alien pets. I think that's a lower priority one. At least it doesn't come up as much. We are going to have to deal with those space amoebas, but that will be later. And Akanar, something just happened there. Madrid surveyed, fully surveyed. Hatchling done. Haughty hatchling has finished construction. Alright then. That's getting close to done. More research, more energy. You are definitely going to need a research station. Why are you not... Don't do that. Get over there and do that. Then you can go build a frontier outpost. But you're leaving 6 research points on the table. That's not allowed. What's this? The Galactic Carillion Kingdom. Which one was that? Up here. These guys. Also, I think I should trade I should give them a nice trade. That will be... Offer a trade deal. You have 1 spare Betharian stone. You have 2 spare Betharian stone. Wow, no. No. That's not worth it. That's not what I meant to do. We have a trade deal going on. Are they giving me... That ends in a couple of months. That's not good. I don't know if my fleets will be no, my fleets will not be ready by that time. 5 months. We're not going to be ready. No, I need to go buy us a couple more years. Offer a trade deal. How about I give you 5 minerals for the next 10 years. In exchange for... Oh. They will not share. an active sensor link. And they will not share star charts. Why will they not share star charts? Because they don't like us. Alright. I'm not going to give them wormhole station access. I'm not going to give them information or research agreements. Although we are getting very far ahead of them in research. They have 16 technologies we do not. We have 26 technologies they do not. That's very good for us. But we can give them 5 minerals a month for another 10 years. Well, let's them build up their fleets more. It buys us plenty of time to build up ours. And at the moment, we don't stand a chance against them. We need to buy more time. And they're going to know we're bribing them. But that's fine. And I got trade strategic resources. That's fine. But let's give you guys... Sure, why not? One mineral a month for 10 years. I think that's a good deal. So, it's about time to end this episode. But we're staring at a war. We seem to be a little better off. Unlikely that we're going to suddenly get ourselves killed. Building up some more research. We've got point defense in the queue. Even if it is going to take us another 2 years to get the point defense researched and start putting it on our ships. But, as is, we're in relatively good shape. And with that, then it's time to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I've been your Mother Fuzzy,